What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be breaking down Fibonacci retracements. This is a great tool that can help you guys improve your trading strategies and create some consistent profitability. We're going to go over everything you possibly need to know about Fibonacci retracements in a very short period of time. So before I do get into this, make sure you guys do like and subscribe as always. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys do go down in the description down below and join up on our free Discord. We have over 500 plus profitable members over there. Now, the Fibonacci retracement tool is a very, very important tool. What I do want to first talk about is some good levels. So what you want to do when you're using a Fibonacci retracement tool to kind of find your levels here, you're going to draw from a low here to a high. This is on Him's chart on the daily time frame. You draw from a low to a high of this move. I'll go ahead and zoom in here. And what you kind of want to look for is this thing called the golden zone, which is going to be right here, this orange bar. And this is your 618 retracement. Now, this is a great area to look to buy after an impulse move. A lot of times you'll see the price retrace back to this and then move on. And you've seen this here with HIMS. So we had this main move up to your high, and then you pull back down right into that golden zone. You can see how accurate this can really be, barely even touching this golden zone, and buyers step in, and then they absolutely explode the price up. And look what that led to. About 100% return, actually about 190% return in about 3 weeks just using this Fibonacci retracement tool. And my entry is actually sitting right on this retracement at a 25.41. So I have a great entry, and I went ahead and caught all of that major run up. And that was honestly in a large part due to the Fibonacci retracement tool. So you guys can use this in multiple different ways. This is the first way to use it, and there is some other ways, but we're going to also show you guys what this can do and how I'm going to use this next with HIMS. So with my Elliott wave theory, you can also use the Fibonacci retracement tool to go ahead and heighten this scale, where you can look and say, look at this. We just had another impulse move coming out of the golden zone. So go ahead and draw it back in. And you can see we're getting pretty close back down to there. And we have earnings on Monday. So it would be awesome to see you come down, bounce here, and then immediately explode back up. I do think that that is a high possibility that that happens. I really don't see a miss coming on HIM's earnings. So that is something that I'm definitely looking at. I did scoop up some shares on Friday once we did get down below this $49 level and start to get down into this golden zone. But I would really look to start adding into, whatever stock you're looking at. Once you do break below this is 0.05 here, and then break into that golden zone, that's where you can really look to get some good shares and eye a turnaround. Now, what we can also do with Fibonacci retracements is look at forecasting so we can see where the price is going to go after this retracement. So I'm kind of going to get the chart a little bit um, full here, but you can see after we take this, you can take your high to the low backwards. So you go high to low instead of low to high and draw that down to the low of the move. And you can see now we have some targets to the upside. And you can see how accurate a lot of these targets end up being with just some good, resistance and support right here. This is really where you only found any of your resistance, and you had some big green candles. And then it looks like you found some resistance at this 4236. And really, there isn't a big, difference between these targets. A lot of the times you'll go from your 618 up to your 1618, which would have been this green bar right here. And even then, that's a great extension a lot of the times. But once you do get past that, then it just goes to your 2618. Once you can get past that, it's your 3618. Those are just kind of, stepping stone targets where if you can break one, you're kind of just headed to the next. That's normally how it works. Obviously, if you have some other support and resistance drawn out on your chart, that's a little bit different. But when you're in all-time high territory like HIMS is, it is pretty accurate the way that this ends up working out. I wouldn't be very surprised if we do get that bounce out of the golden zone that was right here, and then we move back higher up to this 4.236. So if we were to go ahead and draw another one from the high right here down to say we get down to $44 before earnings, we can go ahead and forecast out and see some more price targets to the upside, where we can go ahead and target that 1618 at $90.40. Then we can also go ahead and target that 2618 at $118.58. Now, this isn't something that's going to come on earnings day, but if they were to beat on earnings, these are some good targets that you can eye for a turnaround. So once you break your, your standard here, that's where you draw from the top high to the low. Once you break that, you really do head to that 1618 and then eventually to that 2618 and 3618, so on. That doesn't mean it always happens. That is just a good, measurement tool to see where you could be going, so you do have some eyes and some, ideas behind the price action where you could be going or where you could be falling. There is other ways that you guys can use this as well. Um, Like I said, when you're using the Elliott wave theory, this is a very easy way to go ahead and draw out your Elliott wave theory. So you can see how accurate this has been in the past with HIMS, dropping into this golden zone once again, and then we moved up for our wave two, perfect into our golden zone, and then we moved higher. And then once again, same here with the golden zone moving up right here. We obviously had that golden zone. So that gives me strong conviction that this next move is going to pull us back into this golden zone for just a second. And that is really lined up perfectly, especially with earnings date coming up. Maybe we open Friday or open Monday futures a little bit low. We tap into this golden zone and then earnings bounces us out and we absolutely explode up. That is honestly what I am expecting. I know there is a lot to ask right now with HIMS, and I don't want to make this video all about HIMS, but I do want to talk about how this can impact a company like this because I have been eyeing the 618 extension and retracement on HIMS, and this has made me over, $10,000 in the last 2, 3 months alone. Um, my position right now is up around like $8,000, even following this loss right here of about 25% on Friday. So there is just a lot of good things to think about with the Fibonacci retracements. Extensions, which we'll get into the next video, extensions can be paired with Fibonacci retracements, and they're used much similarly with targets. So there is a mild difference, and we'll go ahead and talk about that then once we can kind of break down both sides. But I do think that Fibonacci retracements are one of the easier tools to use, and they are great for just beginners trying to look for some support and resistance lines. I still use these as a lot of my support and resistance lines, and then pairing this with the Elliott wave theory has been absolute game changer in my trading strategy. That took me from I was already up, I think 58% year to date before Friday, that big sell off. So that was a great return, and I expect that to continue after we end up finding a bounce. And I do expect HIMS to move higher, and I do expect this Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci retracement to work in tandem and end up moving the stock much higher. That is all I have in today's video. If you guys have any questions following Fibonacci retracements, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll make sure to reply to any of those comments that I get. And then also, we will have a video out on Fibonacci extensions very soon. So make sure you guys do turn on your post notification bell so you guys do not miss out on that. And I will see you guys in the next video.